Hello everyone. Today I will
Press
be
the
showing you
start button
all...
on the scoreboard to play.
Coach! Today I'm going to be showing you how to achieve every single side quest in the Fortress of Forgotten Foes custom quest. Either below or to the side of the video, you should be able to see chapters with timestamps, so if there's any one specific side quest that you just can't nail that you really want to get, you should be able to find it there and be able to skip ahead to it. Otherwise, if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. I will do my best to answer them as quickly as I can. However, before we get into the side quests, I would like to show you all a room area that makes it quite easy to track the side quests that you have or do not have that I think a lot of people do not know about. Stuff what you're going to want to do is in the lobby, head over to the archives. Once at the archives, you're going to want to walk forward and jump down into this lower level. And once you're in this lower level, there's this door here, ominously marked staff only. You're going to want to enter this subroom labeled closet. Now, once you have entered this subroom, you will notice this wall to your left here. This has every single side quest, and if you walk further up here, you'll find the machine that you use to see which side quests you have. What you're going to do is simply take your hand and just place it on the scanner. Once you have, make sure that it is displaying the correct player's stats. And once you turn to your left, you should see the board has now changed. If you see green and no red on the side quest, that means that you have completed it, and you have both collected your reward and collected the item associated with that side quest itself. However, if you do see red here, that means you've not yet completed that side quest, and that's the kind of side quest that you're going to want to try and find. So, now that you know a more efficient way to track which side quests you have yet to get, let's get right to each side quest in the Fortress of Forgotten Foes. For the first side quest, you're going to go up to Tether in the Backstage subroom and click Tutorial, at which you will activate the first tutorial side quest. And if you'll read it, what you then have to do is turn around, climb up here, a bit more climbing, oh goodness me, up here, and then you're going to want to jump this catwalk over here, and then you're going to turn left and head up into this tunnel, and fall down this hole, and you'll notice we are back to where we started. And the gate that was once down has now lifted, to which we can then enter and collect the turret tutorial. For the first one, we're going to head down to the campsite to the left of the starting area, following this little trail here. And if you come atop this pillar, you'll see this is the photo for the side quest Shadow of the Refugees. And simply click the camera to collect it. The next side quest in this subroom is a strange coin, and my controllers have disconnected. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to come to this weird little water basin area, and you're going to turn to your right, and where you normally get on the jump pad and bounce up, you're going to jump over it, or at least do your best to attempt to, and land behind it. Back here you will find the strange coin. You can even pick it up if you get the hitbox correctly, but there we go. Ta-da! Last side quest in this subroom is just next to the strange coin. You're going to jump up here from the trampoline, fall down, and you have to do it from up here. You can't get around the other way. You're going to come up to this little crevice here where fire is in the pillar. You jump down, and you'll find the camera for a Tails Complication. You'll see that this is the photo for the Tails Complication side quest, and simply click it to collect. Now we head into the first main quest, which is the Burger Blade. Simply right up here at the starting area at the fortress grounds, jump down, and you will find this red curtain in this like semi-cave area. There's actually a hidden button back here. Press. Little sound effect plays, and then crouch to get in, and in the main campaign, this is normally where the burger sword is, but for the side quest, we're going to have to enter into a new subroom. So you're going to start here, look up that's where it came from, And simply jump down here, land on the Velcro, and this is the arena. What's going to happen is as soon as we walk forward, the gate's going to go up, and then it's sort of like a semi-boss fight. You just have to survive for a minute or two. What you're going to want to do, the optimal strategy I've found, is to simply run around in loops. If you have multiple people, it should be pretty much a breeze, but if you're going in solo, you're going to go up, to the right, back down again, just in loops, and by some miracle you can avoid all of the projectiles that are constantly being launched at you. So we will begin here by walking forward. Oops. At the beginning you can just intercept the mini-bosses' projectiles. And then Tether enters the scene to the top right. Alright, now we have enemies. At the start, it's not too bad. You can just kind of walk around and you're fine. You can throw the bombs back at them, but they will respawn, so it's kind of pointless. Alright, now we're getting more enemies, so we're going to start running in circles. So simply, I like to jump and dash, kind of makes it even more kind of smooth, but just simply in circles like this. You should be running up at an angle, going down at an angle as well, so that the sniper's at the top, get a straight line. Simply just keep doing this. Alright, and once all enemies disappear, Heather comes back in, saves the day, tells you to join him on the exiting path, and he drops the crate that you need. And one thing that should be mentioned is that my controller's disconnected again. What I was going to say is one thing that should be mentioned is you can use this crate to pull up a little wall here that you can use for protection, but it also makes a boulder fall down, so frankly I don't think it's worth it, but it works for some people. And I'll just respawn. And you can also do it for the same one over here. Simply drop it. So this wall comes over, and then you have a boulder coming from that way. So that's what those do. Anyways, what you can now do, now that you have both the crates, is simply take them and place them on both of the pedestals that connect to this ending gate. You can tell by the orange wiring. And then you can walk in, Tether yaps your ear off for a second here, and then he moves on, and then you can walk in and grab the blade. And once you're done, you can walk out here, talk with him for a minute if you want, and then run up here, and this door should take you into the lobby. Okay, now we are in the Cells Level Select Subroom. The subroom has 4 side quests in it, and we will begin with the one that is... what? There we go. We will begin with the one that is the hardest to find, which, ironically, is at the very start. So, you leave your cell here, normally you would go left, we are going to go right, and this jail cell now has its bars broken off. You're going to want to crouch, walk, jump into there. And then there's this whole passage that is only in the level select version of this level, which you can find that kind of goes over the roof. This hole will make you fall down, and if you have not cleared the area yet, it will attract enemies, so be cautious of that. You're going to want to fall down this hole, and you'll find yourself in this hallway, and then you can go through here, walk a ways, come out this way, further down this hallway. We're not done yet, go through this way, more soda to make it a little faster, climb up the wall here, nothing over there, so we're going to walk over here, down here, and now you can see we're past that hallway, we're in here now, crouch through here, And we can see we are in the final hallway of the level. If we simply go to the left, we will find the bot battery hiding right there. The next side quest found in this subroom is the view of the Shunned photo side quest, and this is after the armory area fight. Walk out here into this hallway. This is where, if you look to the left, you will find the one bot sitting here. And we're going to walk up here to this gate with the map and the elevators, broken ones, next to it. And instead of going straight, we're going to turn to the right. And behind these two little pillars here, we're going to crouch, and we're going to crawl under here, and we will find the photo from the view of the Shunned right here. And all you have to do is click the camera. Following that, the next side quest is right through these gates. And to the right, this is the second to last hall. There's a lot of jail cells, but the one we're going to particularly look for is this one to the right. There's usually a goblin guard in it, but I've already cleared the level. And this is a Ham 1. Last side quest in this room is just past the Ham 1 side quest. We're going to walk this way, turn left, and we're going to follow this sign telling us to turn right. This is where you free the bots, but again, I've already cleared the level, so, you know. And in this level select version, you'll notice a light that kind of keeps popping on and off. If you crouch jump like we did earlier into this jail cell, you'll find a shattered Stagelight. Now we will start with the stairs subroom, which has 4 side quests in it. To begin, we will enter out of the elevator, and to get the supply crate subquest, where you normally go up the stairs and wind up, we're going to go behind these lockers here, and crouch down, and you might have to crawl walk through there to grab the supply crate. And if you're in VR, or if you're pretty handy with screen mode, you can kind of nudge this grenade out here. And you can use this if you want to help make your way through the level. Hi! For this next side quest, you're going to want to walk down this stairwell, which is the second stairwell you find, and you're going to enter this battle arena, where, you have the rum jugs, the sleepy bay, and once you've finished the scripted battle here, you'll notice that there are these 2 kind of little room things, one of which is blocked off by a yellow wall, and the other of which it's not. Now this might be the hardest side quest in the entire game, because you actually need a friend. So, I personally don't have any, so I will just swap between point of views. But the first person will stay here, and make sure that you have the blue wall set up so that you have the wall up over there, and it is down over here. And what you're going to want to do is, and I'll switch over to the person 2 point of view. As person 2, you're going to walk out here, and you're going to run back up the stairwell, and hit this yellow button. And if you try and go back down, you'll find that this yellow wall now blocks you off. However, person 1 is still here, and now that wall has gone down, this wall has gone up, and they can walk in here, and this blunderbuss is now theirs, and so is the gear array side quest. Now for the second to final side quest in the subroom, which is the silver pieces, you're going to want to come from the second level here, and walk up the stairwell, turn right, and I've already completed the level, so the green wall has gone up, but typically the green wall will go down. And once you finish the fight in here, defeating all the enemies, if you find this golden statue to the left, and you look inside of the trophy, I'm too short. Typically most people are taller than me, but you can find 2 silver pieces in here, and you'll collect those. The last side quest in this subroom, which is the Stairs of Hero Past, picture side quest is really easy. Once you've beaten all the enemies in this area, click this button as you always would, and the green wall will go up. And then I would suggest killing all the enemies here, effectively finishing the level. But before you leave, simply turn around, and you will find that this wall has opened, and this is the stairwell, that we have been using this whole time to backtrack through. And if you don't fall down like a klutz like me, you will find the camera right here. as this is the photo for the side quest. We have arrived in the pool subroom, and this level has 4 side quests and 1 main quest. To begin, we're going to walk forward through this hall. At the very start, I've already finished the level, so don't mind that. And right after where you normally turn right and jump up, you're going to keep walking and turn left. And here behind these planks is the quest for the Orb Logo, hidden back there. After that, our next side quest is the Silver Trophy, which just go along the course of the quest here. In the pool. Should be just up here. And I've already completed the level, so this is full of water. That's why it hasn't gone away. And once you enter this office, you'll see atop this bookshelf, to the left, the Silver Trophy at the very top. From there, to get the ripped fabric, you will need to raise the water all the way to the highest level, and make your way over to the very top above the water. Okay. Then, gonna want to head over to the overlook here, and that kind of line of floaties that you normally just don't bother with. Gonna want to parkour over these, and carefully move your way through these. You'll see the ripped fabric is right there. You're going to have to grab it before you hit the ground again, so just like so. The last side quest in this subroom is right up there. It's at the very end of the level. What we're going to want to do is fully complete the level and head to the end gate, very tail end here. And right here, you can see this is where the photo is taken from. If you look behind you and down in this little crevice, that's where you will find the outside perspective. And lastly, for the bot's Hivemind main quest, we're going to want to go into this pool subroom, turn right up here, turn right again, and where normally there's just a normal wall, you can walk forward, and this fake wall collapses. And on the other end we find these pipes and this door. Alright, now that we are in the subroom for this main quest, going to head down, and you're going to want to grab a whip or two because this is more of a Nintendo themed level. I'm going to start by whipping off this door here, and it's being tricky. Whatever, I'll walk by. Walk through the mist here.
Main systems offline. 3 backup generators remain.
Yep, so once we reach the other end, you will notice that there are 3 separate paths you can take, 3 backup generators you have to do. Now you could do them in any order, but I would recommend going with this one first, and then the other 2 in either direction, doesn't matter. But if you do go this way first, you can clear some of the enemies here right away. So we're going to want to get in here, get a little close, and then back off immediately. That's going to spawn, we're going to want to... Oh god. Airlink is messing with my controllers. But you're going to want to take care of these bats right away. There will be more bats here when we turn off the generator down here, so that also helps us deal with that now instead of... We're going to enter into here. We're going to immediately take on a wolf to your right, and then 1 or 2 more in front of you. And then all you have to deal with is a maid at the very end. And wait for the right timing, jump, bounce off of the first, or I guess the second green soda, and then you'll land up here with the generator. It's very tricky, so would emphasize taking this one at a slow pace.
2 backup generators remain.
And as you can hear, more enemies have spawned where we left off. So to get back, we're simply going to dig down, hit that soda, or you can take the safer path, which, if you dare, you can kind of skirt along the edge here. But it's pretty risky. gonna try to fall down right here. Just finagle your way through the doors here. And we're back where we started. Just with 2 more firsts. Well, for a moment. Now the 2 generators you can do in any order, but I'm going to go for the more difficult one first and head this way. This is simply sort of a little maze here that you got to get through, and just be careful that you don't hit the fire. Yeah, just be really careful of the kind of fire flames? I don't know what you'd call them. Don't touch them. And the intended route is to go this way, but people have found all sorts of shortcuts, so use whatever you want. Then once you get here, you're going to want to be careful not to overstep too much, because there are several snipers that will hit you right away. What you can do is kind of finagle your way out, inch by inch, and once they start aiming, that's your cue to fall back. You can see how far you can. And we're just going to let these guys slowly come to us. We don't have to deal with those pesky fire things. Busted vents. And what we're going to do is kind of fall over to the side here. And for some reason, they are still alive down there, so I'll take care of those. But I'm going to kind of aim around this pillar here. Yeah, and if you're actually good at the game, you'll actually aim right and not miss like me. Oh no! We're okay. Yeah, don't worry about falling, because you will respawn, but it is tricky. So this isn't supposed to happen. I don't know why this is happening, but whoops. I will take care of these real quick. Now that all of those are taken care of, I would suggest kind of walking to the side here. Just watching out for that flame. Kind of inch your way forward. And then, as soon as enemies spawn, turn the other way, start running. And again, just let enemies come to you. And watch out for the ones that will shoot projectiles at you from the corner there. Okay, and all we have left is a sniper hiding back there. So we'll just make our way in here. Oh, actually 2. As soon as you kill them, there will be a back or 2 here, so run. And that's not supposed to happen either. Oh, rec room. Okay, anyways, head back here. Pretty easily get those 2. This guy is still here for some reason. Okay, he's done. Now once the fire goes by, we can jump back up. And
1 backup generator remains.
Only 1 left. You'll see that this kind of passage is now open, and this is a real quick way for us to get back in without having to deal with the fire maze. For the last generator, we're going to head up, clamber up these boxes, and every single cutout, this is kind of a drawback to Quest for the Orb, but all the cutouts will fall down, each one with an enemy behind, and they're pretty easy to take on, so don't worry about them too much. One thing I will say is that if you want this to go really smoothly, just like slowly inch your way through here. So yep, there's 1. And then we'll get a little closer, inch our way a little further. Once he starts dancing, fall back. I think you're ready. Alright, then we'll inch our way to the side here until this guy falls down. Any second now? Okay. Do be careful, it's really easy to whip the token bomb towards yourself. And then for this last one, this is actually multiple enemies, so you have to really be careful. Once he falls down. Oh man. Ignore my horrible aim, but yeah, that's just a matter of getting the damage in. God, okay. Then once you're finished, you can press this button.
Power has been restored. Commencing
And
startup.
then you get this little
Startup success. Initiating bioscan.
cutscene, I guess, that I
Biolife
will skip
detected.
through here.
Type human.
Okay,
Processor
she's about to
secured.
pop off,
Adieu.
so what I suggest,
Will be.
this boss
Map.
fight is really quite simple when you
Initializing
boil it down.
elimination sequence.
Basically, it has two phases. The projectile phase with these little beams, and for this phase what I would suggest is just standing on top of any of these boxes, hanging out up here, and of course to deal damage, you're going to want to be close enough to whack guys. And then the second stage, which you can tell by the music changing, is this fire part, where the fire bar will go through, and once they've made their way through, be sure to jump back up onto one of the boxes. I think this is probably the best box, because it's just closest. And just always be wary of the fire bars, because yeah, they kind of come up out of nowhere. There. And the rest of this is just damage, so I'll probably skip through this a little bit. It's a little tedious. One thing I should have mentioned before I went ahead and skipped through the boss is that at the very end they do have an attack where they shoot all projectiles at once, so once you're sure you're down to probably the last of its health, be sure to be on top of the box so that you're not just completely done for. Or you could do a really well-timed jump, but I wouldn't count on that. Anyways, now that we have defeated the boss, we'll simply go up to the right here to this gate that is now opened, and jump up and grab the bot's Hivemind. Alright, now for the cafeteria level. Our first of 6 side quests is just the start and up to the left. We're going to start, you're going to want to get into the second level. I like to use a little shortcut here with this walker. And you're going to want to get into this room, kind of to the right of the starting door. And you'll notice the pipe here has fallen off, and we'll collect our loose pipe. Our second side quest for this subroom is going to be at the very end of where we can go down this hall. So, just make my way through. And once we reach this little area, we're going to turn to the right. And once we are facing this wall that is mostly planked, going to look, you see these few bricks here, follow them, you'll find the pile of loose bricks. Side quest hidden behind this little box here. Now for the box treads side quest, we're going to want to enter into the actual cafeteria itself. And once we do, instead of going down like we normally would or jumping up, we're going to turn left. And over here you will see this kind of indication on the wall. That's supposed to kind of say wall run. What you're going to want to do here is get onto this railing, jump, then once you're at the height of your jump, start wall running, and hold left. And by the time you reach the end, you will land on the side of the window. So I will try to pull that off here first try, see if I can. And I managed to get it first try, but especially if you're on screen mode, that can be a little bit tough. And the bot treads will be right here. Next up is the odd lamp side quest, which we can get simply by heading to the second level of the cafeteria. So I will use this trampoline. And we're going to go and head over to this pillar with this table. You'll see another one of the wall run indicators here. It's a little bit odd with the hitboxes and whatnot, but you're going to want to try to do is wall run off of this and try and grab and collect the odd lamp up there before you fall down and you're out of range. So, again, see if I can do this first try. Ah! Okay, second try. Third try. Ah! Fourth try. Okay. Yeah, it's not super easy, and once you do finally get that elevation, you really have to grab it quick. It might take you steps, but that is the odd lamp side quest. The last side quest in the actual cafeteria is also on the second level, so I'll head back up here. And we're going to want to head to this soda machine, just kind of facing this wall, kind of diagonal from where you enter. And if I jump on top, or try to, I forgot that was decoration. If I just stand here, take a photo, you can see that this is the photo for the Fleeting Moments side quest. And what would you know it? If you look right here, you will find the side quest behind the machine. Lastly, for the cafeteria subroom, we will be looking at the purple soda side quest, which is just in this little kitchen area you can find. Gonna want to head through, and once you find this huge rack of several different kinds of soda, if you look at the bottom layer with the greens, and you go to the right here, you can kind of see it already, but hidden behind that stack is the little purple soda waiting to be collected. One more thing I will say about the subroom before we move on to the next is that once you do step on the gate here and open it to go back to the lobby, if you instead hang out and you want to complete the level first and then go for the side quests, you may notice that if you head over here, this gate from the start of the level is now open, and you can easily access the loose pipe, loose bricks, and this just general area. And if you head back down to the bottom level, you'll see that the gate to the cafeteria is also open, and you can quickly look to the 3 various side quests in this area. Now we can get into the laboratory subroom, which has a total of 5 side quests in it. To begin, we're going to start by heading over to this well, as you do, making our way through the level as normal. And once we reach this level here, instead of grabbing the sword and continuing up as you would into the left, we're going to turn right, and you may see this platform here. It's kind of jagged. Jump onto that, then you'll see another platform there. Jump to this one, and there you will find the Pizza Time side quest. Our next side quest is going to be just up this way. Again, continue with the level as you would. Make our way across the chasm here, and then we're going to climb up here. And once we enter this little spot, which is just before we turn into the kind of open area here, we're actually going to clamber atop these boxes and climb to the top of this platform up here. Just kind of see. Then what we're going to do is head this way, and you might already see it. You're going to have to crouch here, get under, and there you can get the creepy Crawly nest with a little creepy Crawly in it. After that side quest, we're going to head into the huge open area here, and instead of walking that way, we're going to turn to the left, and this big box that we passed by on our way in, with the curtain behind it, we're actually going to go into this little corner here between them, and you can tell once you take this photo that this is the photo for the side quest, Industrial Hopes Reincarnate, which if we do a 180 here, what do you know, the camera for this side quest is hidden right here. Next up, we have the Sharbone side quest, which is pretty simple. All you have to do is head up to the, I believe, first lock pad of the level, and instead of going forward, you'll notice how the stairs are kind of broken down here. Jump down, and if we down here, we can find the Sharbone. Now, this last side quest may be one of the most difficult, so I will walk you through it. Basically, it's just behind that 2 gate right there, which is a section where I plan to have more content, but I ran out of ink and time, just got scrapped. So I put a side quest there. But that means that now you're going to have to make your way all the way through Gate 1. Go through it as you would. And then once you've basically completed the whole level and defeated all the enemies, flip the Route 1 power switch. This will turn the light back on, and it will make the Route 2 door open. So if we make our way back, it should be open and to the right. However, once you do this, there are still going to be some enemies that spawn here. And normally what you can do in the campaign is just run right through and sprint to the elevator and just get out of there. But since we need that side quest, we're going to have to make a mad dash to the right and try and get it. So, wish me luck. I was wrong, so I guess the point at which the severe enemy spawning starts is further back than I thought. So actually, if you just keep to the left and you make sure you don't get farther than you have to, you can grab the orange soda side quest right here in Route 2. Fairly easy. Okay, on to the final level, which is the finale. For our first side quest, you can tell I haven't defeated him yet, I've just kind of letting him go on there. It's actually right here in the hallway that you often kind of dismiss. It is kind of as you go out here, right behind this box that's right before this plank here. You'll turn around and you will see a pair of dice right there. But anyways, for the next side quest, which is, and I hate myself for naming it this, Ham 2 Electric Boogaloo. We're going to want to go up here, and we're going to want to enter this kind of dilapidated area behind the cane. So I'll just head up here. Once you make your way to this kind of corner where it seems to end, you're going to want to jump on top of this debris here, and then clamber on top of this wall, and you'll find the bucket with Ham 2 Electric Boogaloo right there. For the second to last side quest in this subroom, we're going to head to the right, and I gotta be wary of him since I've not defeated him yet. Gonna head same direction we went for the last one. Okay. So right in front of this kind of window here, take a photo here. You can tell that this is the photo for the another Desolate Arena side quest. And what you know for it is right below. For the very last side quest / main quest, I can't totally remember what I labeled it. We're gonna enter the boss arena and we're gonna turn straight. Forgot to put the key for a second. And we're gonna head back into this kind of decrepit area. Jump into this window. I just like this window, but you don't have to. And once you see at the top of this kind of little stairwell thing here, you'll see this kind of window. What you're going to want to do is jump over. And don't go too forward because the ledge here is pretty short. You're going to want to kind of finagle your way a bit. So just kind of carefully jump up. Or fall, like me. As I was saying, you're going to want to carefully jump from brick to brick and grab the Penty. And if it reminds you of the orb, that's because it should. We're going to take this, and we're going to run back, whoa, to kind of start that kind of gate there. Get away, whoops. Okay, and now that we are near the starting gate here, you may notice that one of the many doors here actually has a lock on it. So if we simply turn to the right, it's the first door here. You can kind of see the black keyhole there, right next to this plank. And it acts like... so I'm just worried he's going to hit me. This acts like all the other keys in Fortress of Foes. You simply drop it, pick it up, drop it really quick, maybe a couple times, and you can set the key aside. And inside we will find the orb, which has been hiding here all this time. And that should just about do it for all these side quests for Fortress of Foes. Is what an idiot would say, because That idiot forgot that that is actually not the last side quest in Fortress of Forgotten Foes. There is one more. What you're going to want to do is head to the credit subroom. A little cramped stairwell here. Once we're at the roof, we're going to head to the photo booth. This does require a win, so apologies in advance. Once we make it to the photo booth with the fortress in front of us, don't mind the ladder over there. That is nothing. Don't even bother about worrying about that. We're going to actually turn to our left, and we can see the dilapidated, fallen apart ship we started this quest in. And just behind it, you'll see the strange yellow scanner. It's kind of hiding behind this rubble. We're going to want to get on the floor and press it. And once we do, this will take us to kind of a little free area where we can run around the map. And this does take a second, but a good run all the way down to the caves. So, where the burger sword usually is. So, off we go. Once we're at the caves, I'm just gonna kind of duck under here, go in like wood, and instead of the burger sword being here, there's this ominous kind of passage down, and we will find this vault room that Tether has set up. To our left, this is the token he wishes us to grab. So grab it, and the side quest is complete. And with that, that is all of the side quests and main quests in the Fortress of Forgotten Foes Backstage update. I hope this helps some of you. I know a lot of them are really tricky and kind of confusing and poorly designed. Sorry. But I think going out and hunting for them is kind of fun. Makes you go back through the quest that you played through and analyze it in a different way, so I hope that was fun. If you hated this, I'm sorry. If you have any questions, or like if in a part of the video it wasn't clear what I was trying to get across and you couldn't figure it out, do leave a comment down below, and I will respond to it as soon as I can. Thank you all for watching. As a quick kind of update here, if you're watching to this point, I assume you care to a certain extent. I am working on more projects, as you might have known, but the process has slowed down quite a lot, and I know I say this every time, but there have been a lot of bumps in the road recently, and it's taken a lot longer than I thought. And for that, I apologize. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is just don't count on that bigger, it's still a pretty small project coming out anytime soon. In my defense, I have been having a lot of issues with my Oculus and AirLink for like the past month, which has been extremely frustrating. And other things in my life have made it kind of difficult to find more time for Rec Room. But I'm going to get back on it. And I'm going to be sure to get that mini quest that I'm working on. Yeah, that's what it is. You heard it here first. Out and ready to play for you guys in the best condition it can be as soon as I can. But I suppose, until then, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.